Hi, this is HMG RISQUARD. This is a 3v3 on Galician RIA. Next to me playing as Prussia is Eric. HMG Eric. He's also playing as Prussia. He's playing as Prussia rather, which I think I just said. And our random on our team, well, we just took a random. Wanted to play 3v3. We ended up playing against 3 TFM members, as you seen from the opening screen. And but he ends up dropping. Actually, it was a bit laggy at the beginning, and after he dropped, the lag completely cleared up, so it's obvious that he was a lagger, so it's probably best that he did go. But yeah, this turned out to be a really good battle. Everyone pushes up, everyone like gets stuck in and has a really good fight. And I mean, all the players played really well. I'm basically going to send my old guard and my chasseurs down the flank and just get them into the trees. I'm going to send this chasseur cheval into the Triadores guerrilla unit. We've got some guerrillas in both sets of trees, infantry in this and cavalry in this set. I'm going to send my lancer unit straight into all of these lancers. Now I know this lancer unit is going to die, but I want to buy time to get my old guard into them trees. Because once I get up on the fight for the hill, although the cavalry does help, it's going to be my men that are going to win the fight for me. And Eric's going to be supporting. I think it's quite early on that our guy dropped, probably near now, I think.
Our men are running, sir!
And so Eric's going to sit tight on my flank and protect it, and support me in the fight for the hill. Right, so one of my lancer units died, so I'll manage to get my other chasseur cheval out with a loss of only 10 men to the unit. I'm going to form square with my old guard as it's getting charged at by quite a lot of cavalry here. I'm going to pull back from the open area of the hill and set up a defensive position, because with the amount of Prussian units, got 2 armies of Prussian units coming up into this area now, and there's no way I could attack the hill from this area with all these units sat there. Right, so I said to Eric, I asked Eric if he could charge his lancers in before these light infantry get a chance to settle properly.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Get a really nice charge in now. I'm going to get another charge of cavalry into my old guard, I believe. I'm going to push up with my line. Get some shots on these light infantry. I really want to do the damage to these light infantry because they're devastating. Prussian lights are devastating, so you can get rid of them. It's always a very good bonus, especially when there's 10 units of Prussian lights in this game, and there's only 2 of us with a whole extra army of Spanish, so lingering around, free to manoeuvre around the flank or anything. So now I'm going to send my chasseur cheval in. I'm going to hit these light infantry again. I don't want to give them too much of a chance to settle. Kill the light infantry. I mean, I'll probably take this moment actually. I'm going to have to cut bits out of this video, so I'll come back in a bit when the game sort of picks up. I'm going to get another cavalry charge into these light infantry. I really want to try and cripple their effectiveness.
Our men are running, sir!
I mean, especially with my old guard. I can cripple their light infantry. He's going to have to face me with his line infantry, and my old guard do a great job of taking them apart. I mean, Eric's excellent with his support in this game. I do have a cavalry unit hidden at the back here as well, but I'll sprint that out later. Just to catch that square. So here's attack, 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 and that's pretty much how it goes throughout the entire game, really, for both sides. So there's another cavalry unit from our opponents coming up ready to support. We can send that in for a charge very soon. See, I'm pushing up my old guard. I want to get that in nice and close. And especially want to look at firing at the units which aren't out in the open, which aren't in the trees and out in the open. So he's sending in a militia unit to disrupt my men from firing. Not a bad move, I guess. Now comes the cav attack. So he's trying to combine that with a cavalry attack, but I'm no layman. I see what he's doing. So I form a square. Kill some more of this cavalry. There was a lot of it, and there still is quite a few units. Eric's having a bit. It's going to have a bit of a skirmish fight out against these units in the trees, but he didn't have his men in light formation. Luckily for us, so he's just lost quite a few men in that volley. You'll end up swinging both of these units around to the flank in a little while, because I'm going to be taking a lot of losses here. And these are Prussian lights, although they've taken losses, they can still punch out a considerable amount of firepower. Cheval, and the last of my cavalry just going in now. And these light infantry again. Does have second best general here as well, so his men aren't, the Prussian units aren't going to rout very easily.
Our men are running, sir!
Still a damn Spanish unit lingering around in the background. Cereals. Obviously that land wear isn't going to last too long against my old guard in melee. There's not really too much going on down this end. There's only some skirmishing, so I mean, as you can
Our
see,
men are running, sir!
the bodies are starting to pile up on the hill already. Continue fire, fire, fire. Keep hitting each other. I'm going to fire until my old guard basically run out of ammunition. I'm going to send them straight into melee. Because old guard are beasts in melee. Right, so I've moved my young guard over.
Our men are running,
Still got a
sir!
brave unit over here. I mean, it's all very well charging lancers into a unit, but if you charge a lancer into a unit that's in the trees, it's a bit pointless really, because I mean, obviously a lancer unit,
Our men are running, sir!
when they charge, right, and the main effectiveness is from their charge and the momentum of their charge, that gets negated when they go into a forest because they slow down. So charging a Lancer unit into a forest is probably not a very good idea. They wasted quite a lot of Lancers charging my old guard in the trees. If you're going to send cavalry into trees, heavy cavalry are the best choice for this. And they're good at breaking formations, and they're better at hand-to-hand combat as well than Lancers. Usually have a little bit better morale too.
Our men are running, sir!
They're going to look at trying to close me in into the forest here. Got cavalry coming in trying to hit my light infantry. My light infantry doing a pretty good job. Got more cavalry going in to hit my light infantry again. Eric's sending some units into his line infantry. His foot guards there to disrupt them from being able to shoot me.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
That's right, old guard starting to run out of ammo now. Still skirmishing down here. The Ottoman army isn't really doing a lot apart from wandering around. Targeted fire with my light infantry on this Lancer unit trying to kill it. Pardon me, I just burped, oh my god. But seeing the situation where they're trying to block me in, I'm going to swing this brave unit, and also Eric's sending over a musketeer unit to hit these guys in the flank. They're pushing more into the trees now. I've sent my old guard into melee against these units. I mean, old guard in melee will almost definitely beat musketeers or any Prussian unit.
Our men are running, sir!
But seeing the situation, there's just too many Prussian reinforcements coming over into this side of the battlefield. So, and with what I have left, well, I can deal with the few units that are here quickly. I can't really hold up or push out an attack any longer, and especially with my old guard gone. I can't push out an attack any longer into these trees. So I'm going to pull back, and I'll come back in a bit once the game. I'll pick the video up again here. The Ottoman AI is not really doing a lot, it's just wandering around. Eric's still holding up the flank over here. As I retreated back, they pushed down kind of an attack from the hill. I'm guessing they don't really want to give up the tree line here. They don't want to. I pushed up to attack these units in the flank as I was pushing down, aiming at their foot guards mainly. Some of my units are starting to run low on ammunition. I set up my lights here to discourage any attack that will come out from the units that they have in the trees, giving me the opportunity to be able to get the flanking fire in on these units on the hill. It's basically just like, I mean, like with my ammo running low on probably nearly all of my units, bad cav charge coming in here is going to go straight into my stakes. But good positioning from these Cazadoras on the hill. But with the situation with my men running out of ammo and stuff, and I've mostly got light infantry left and not really good for melee, it's just a case of trying to make every shot count. I mean, like for them winning the hill and taking me off of the hill, it's basically it's cost both sides a lot of, it may not seem so much for Prussia, but there was two armies up there which have been pushed over, and they've both sent units over with cavalry and men to attack this area. and in the trees and stuff, so a lot of men have been lost from both armies. Eric's going to push up to get some really good shots off at these guys, and if they stay there, they're not going to live too long. So he's going to be forced to pull back away from the hill there. I'm going to move back out of the tree line, and they don't really push out a full attack. And I'll come back into a bit more detail in a short time. But they're very reluctant to give up the hill, which I personally think was probably a bit of a mistake on their part. He's going to move down a little bit, and I'm with my light infantry, especially my Volts. They've got the most ammo at the moment. I'm aiming at the foot guards, aiming at the guard units, trying to I want to kill as many guards of the guards I can, because that would help drop morale with lower units like musketeers and Prussian lights and stuff. But also with that general as well. It's going to be tough enough to rout them anyway without the guards bumping up morale also. So seeing this situation, he's going to pull back up onto the hill, and I'm going to move to attack these units. But I'll come back shortly, and I'll cut it off here. There's not too much going on. Just me picking away and chipping away at them. But I'll come back in. Hi guys, just welcome back. Basically what's happened is they piled in quite a heavy force into the tree area here, and they're going to push out from the red line, and looks like they're going to try and break me and then turn to face the flank. But I'm not going to give up this. So I'm not going to fight, give it up very easily. I'm going to fight and make sure I cause absolutely as many casualties as I possibly can. So I'm going to push up my young guard. It is depleted. But we have the Ottoman AI coming over now, which is going to push into this flank for some reason. Why it's marched all the way across the map and then chose
One
to
of
come
our
out and
units
fight.
has used all its ammunition, sir.
So that's pretty much all my units out of ammo now, apart from my regiment, I think, and my young guard. But I'm going to get a lot of fire back from these foot guards, accurate fire as well, so my young guard isn't going to last too long with the amount of firepower that's going to be coming back at it. I think I tried to rush my general over, just trying to stop it from routing, but I didn't get it there in time.
Our men are running, sir!
But there's more Spanish units coming over to support the hill. I guess seeing all that unpredictable Ottoman AIs, just thought it's probably wiser to pull back into the forest and let the AI advance on him. I do have some rounds left on one of my Voltigeurs. I mean, with the units that I do have left, I'm just literally just going to try and pick my moment to use it, because there's this. I mean, as soon as I engage either of them, they're going to get routed pretty quickly. So I want to pick my moment carefully to engage my last units. It's pretty much what I wanted to do, and the game plan turned out to be, once I got onto the hill and seeing the situation with the two Prussian armies up there, was just kill as many as I possibly could, and then leave Eric to finish up the game and finish what was left. I mean, I knew it was a case of sacrificing my army, but trying to take down as many of them as I could with me. And the more I could take down with me, the easier it would be for Eric to finish up the job afterwards. Speed this up a bit. Eric's sending in a cav charge to hit this light infantry,
We have killed their general, sir.
and then gone for
Now
a charge
they
on
must break.
General Staff. But we are, even Eric's taking losses now, quite heavy losses, so he's going to have to pull some more men over as well. Some Voltigeurs in for an attack there.
Our men are running, sir.
And now Spain's going to pull back to the hill. 'Cause, I mean, like, I think if they had pushed round the flank with Spain and some of the cavalry that they had earlier on and moved to attack Eric's flank with maybe some Prussian foot guards and the Spanish Walloon guards and a whole bunch of cavalry, could have given Eric a really hard time. But then in saying that, Eric is a very competent player and could have does have the skills to be able to counter that. I mean, Eric's the amount of improvement that Eric has made since he's joined
Our men are
Huntsman
running, sir.
has been pretty phenomenal. In a short space of time, he's picked up he's improved and picked up so many things, and all of the Huntsmen.
Our men are running, sir.
All of the guys in Huntsman that have played with Eric to thank for that, because everybody's helped him out and taught him. Because I mean, being in Huntsman isn't just about being a good player. It's about actually having the right attitude as well. And Eric is he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. He's polite, and he's polite and considerate of other people, and he's which is more than I can say for a lot of people that play this game. And Eric is probably one of the I'd say, in my opinion, not just for his ability in learning the game, but and how far and how quickly he's improved. Because if it was just down to ability, from when
We have killed their general, sir.
before
Now
Eric
they must
joined
break.
Huntsman, then I would have said that if it was just based on ability, Eric probably wouldn't have got in. But I mean, I see quite a lot of potential with Eric, and like he was playing me a lot in a lot of games, and he improved really quickly, and I see improvement from him just playing against us, and I see quite a lot of ability in Eric, and he's turned out to be he could very well be become one of the best players on the Napoleon Total War, no doubt. But as you can see, sorry I veered away from the battle there actually. Eric's managed to finish off the game and finish off the units. Done a great job. We can kill that Spanish general. No, those Spanish units are out even quicker, although there are some. I think that's Eric. Is that Eric's
A
football?
glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
So the game's about to end. I'd like to say good game to everybody. I mean, look at all the dead bodies. It's like one hell of a battle that just went on here. But everyone played well, and it was a really, really enjoyable game. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, then hit the like button. And thanks to TFM for a great game. Played really well. And Eric, you played brilliant, as you always do nowadays. And yeah, I'll let it play through to the end, and I'll see you again next time, guys.